Welcome to Comfy Habit number 2. So this video is basically going to be called From the Outside Looking In, because that'll be a whole lot easier of a title than for me to attempt to spell the word perception, because I can't spell worth shit. Alright? It's not that I'm stupid. I can read, I can write, I just can't spell my way out of a wet paper bag. If my life was in trouble and I had two ways out, fight or spell, I'll take the fight. Don't give a damn how big the opponent is. I have a better chance of winning that than trying to spell anything. And I mean anything. Because I can't spell worth shit. So I got this from a person in a TikTok live that I was watching. If I can find his name on here. If he's still here, I can shout out to him. Let's see. La, 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 la. Sorry, y'all. It's taking a lot longer than I thought. The hell is his damn name? Is that him? Nope, that's not him. That's not him. Man, there he is. I can't say his name. Something hemotip or something. So we're just gonna spell it out. NEFETITIHOTEP. So shout out to you, young fella. Thank you for giving me this topic. Because this is a very important topic since him and I had this conversation. Now, I'm not going to give you guys the conversation in which we had, but I will give you, oh, damn it. I will give you cliff notes on how the discussion got to be where it is. So we got to talking about stuff, and if you guys are with me or have been with me for however long I've been here, you know, there's 320 of you here. 321 because I count myself as two people. Since I have two names, I can be two people. We got to talking about siblings and favoritism and shit, and how that for the 50 years that I've been on Earth, I've never actually lived a day for myself. You know, that I've spent most of my years taking care of other people's lack of responsibility. He didn't see it that way, and the simple reason why he didn't see it that way is because he's not me. Alright? He's not living my life, so he couldn't possibly see it from my point of view. Now, me being 50 and him being however old he is, I understand that concept. No. I get the fact that he has not lived a day of my life. He has not walked a mile in my shoes. So he has no fracking clue of half the shit that I have experienced before his lifetime. And that can be said for anybody. It can be said for me. He's had a better life than me just by the fact that our conversation went in the direction that it went in, with him not understanding that I've been through some shit. You know, him not understanding that does not make him a bad person by far. It just means he has had a better life than me. You know, in case y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm reloading my shampoo bottles. I mean, my the bottles that I take and go to the shower with. No. So, now we get into the nitty gritty. Alright? Now we get into the stuff. Nobody knows how good or bad somebody else's life is. But the first thing we are all willing to do is make a judgment call without knowing their situation. You know, we're all quick to do this shit. I'm not the only one. Uh-oh. I'm not the only one that's guilty. This is going to be bad. I'm not the only one that's guilty, but I am the only one that's honest enough to admit that I'm not the only one that's guilty. This is going to take precision that I don't have. Alright? And the thing about that is that most of us do it unconsciously. Some of us don't even realize we are doing that shit. And you could call it prejudging or whatever the hell you want to call it. You can call it whatever the hell you want. The fact of the matter is that we all are guilty of it. But only a few of us will honestly, truly to God admit that we do it. Alright? Only a few of us will have that coming to Jesus moment and say, yeah, you know, Echo, you're right. I did the same damn shit. But again, very few of us will openly admit that we prejudge a person without knowing their entire situation. And then we don't understand where they're coming from. So then we'll get mad at them when they try to explain it because we'll see it from our point of view versus their point of view because it's their life and it doesn't affect us directly. It just affects them. Okay? And that's a problem that we all have to adjust and adapt to. Because most people don't want to hear that shit. It's like, I don't want to hear your sob story, son. I don't want to hear about this crap that you done gone through. You a grown-ass man. You should be able to adapt. You should be able to... But here's that thing. Alright? Sometimes the situation doesn't allow you to adapt. Sometimes you have to take things in life that you don't want to take. Whether you like it or not. Sometimes life throws you a curveball and it doesn't give you a way out other than to take that shit head on. And if you can't take it head on, you're still going to have to deal with it, especially when it's not even your problem to deal with. Trust me when I tell you, if you haven't been there, I pray you never have to be there. Because it's a different ball game when it's you. It's always, it's that person's fault when it's happening to them. You know, from where we all stand, we never give the person going through the shit a chance to explain what the fuck has happened. We just take the high road, or what we think is the high road. We go into insult mode, and so we start insulting them, telling them that you need to grow up, or you a piece of crap. You know, it's your own damn fault. But 9 times out of 10, it's not. There are a lot more people who are victim of circumstances than we are really willing to give them credit for. You know, we're quick to blame the victim before we understand the situation. You know, it's the same reason why, like, men who suffer from domestic violence don't ever tell anybody. Because, 1, they are shamed, and 2, they are shamed even more by fellow men or fellow police officers. It's like, oh, you got your ass beat by a girl, dude. You ain't shit. You know, and it does happen. I do have a degree in this, or it's part of the classes that I took, rather, that stated that there technically are more men that suffer from domestic violence than women. And by domestic violence, most of the time, it's women that are beating these men up. And so these men don't say shit because of shame. So they just take it on the chin. And like, well, I would have said something, but, you know, if I say something to another man, oh, I'm a pussy, or, you know, any kind of other derivative that you can come up with is what these men are called. And so, you know, their fellow man who don't believe, oh crap, don't believe that a dude can get his ass kicked by a woman. And so, you know, they point that shit out. You just a bitch. You're a bitch that got beat by a bitch. You know, who wants to hear that when you're looking for justice? You know, nobody wants to hear that shit when you out here trying to get justice. So that's kind of how it's done. Because again, we victimize the victims before we try to find a solution to the problem. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to believe that. I'm sorry y'all can't see me, but I'm cleaning this damn funnel out. but it is the truth. You know, a lot of people, the first thing they say to a man if he's getting his ass kicked by a woman is, "Why did you let that happen? How the fuck does that happen? You're bigger than her. Why didn't you hit her back?" And a lot of men also know that if you put your hands on a woman, depending on if you live in a commonwealth or not, you're going to jail. Even if you defend yourself, you're going to jail for the simple fact that she has a vagina and you don't. Unless that woman has a weapon in her hand, the best damn thing for you to do is just not be there, so that you don't get your ass handed to you, and then you don't get your pride destroyed. So when you go and file a police report, like, yeah, my wife is beating my ass, you don't want the cops be, as soon as you leave the damn door, yeah, that guy got his ass beat. Yeah. So like I said, point of view and perspective is everything, And if you don't know what someone's going through, you probably shouldn't cast stones. Like they say in the Bible, that he who has not sinned cast the first stone. But at that same time, I believe in God. Alright? I'm never gonna say that Jesus didn't exist. I'm never gonna say that Jesus didn't do the things that they say he did. But I will question that Bible, all 2,550 motherfucking pages of it, because I don't know how many pages it is. I never read the Bible. The Bible was used as a fear tactic to make me go to church. And the Sunday school Bible as a child was way scarier than the actual Bible. So, if you don't know someone's situation, you should probably get to know that person and their situation before you pass this discussion. Before you start passing judgment, before you say, oh, this motherfucker's the biggest bitch on the planet. He couldn't even fight his girlfriend back. What kind of fuck punk shit is he on? But we don't do that. As humans, we do the opposite. So to end this video, I just want you guys to think of this. From the outside looking in, when you think that somebody's life is going fucking perfect, look again. And when you think somebody's life is not going perfect, look again. We don't know how anybody's life is going if they don't share it with us. And also when they do share it with us, the first thing we should do is listen, hear what they're saying, then formulate an honest opinion. And the last thing you need to do is say, well, you're in this situation, it's your fault. No one purposely goes and puts themselves in any situation. Let me rephrase that because I think that's a misnomer and I may have just told my first lie on YouTube. No one intentionally, let me rephrase that. In general, most normal people do not intentionally go out looking for trouble. No woman that I have met in my life or in my family has gone out and said, I'm going to go out and get raped tonight. They might say, I'm going to go out and get ripped tonight, which means they're going to drink until they can't or drink until they puke. But no one says, I'm going to go out, I'm going to wear next to nothing, and I'm going to get raped tonight. No woman has ever said that in history that I am aware of. But, I'm sorry, I can hear this show over my own thought process here. But, no woman has ever said that. No man has ever said, I'm going to go to prison and let motherfuckers fuck me up the ass. No man has said that shit. That's more the reason why men don't want to go to prison. So that shit doesn't happen. But when you're on the outside looking in, the first thing we do is we prejudge. We don't ask what a person's been through. We just don't give two fucks. But we judge them. Like I said, I have siblings. I am where I am because of my siblings. I'm not here by choice of mine. If I had it my choice, I'd be a Hollywood star. Or at least a working actor. And I don't really want to be a star. I just want to be fucking working. That's it. Soap opera, Disney TV show, Power Rangers. Something that I like doing. Because making kung fu movies and stuff makes me happy. I don't really need that much money. Just enough to survive on. But that's it. Now ask yourself this. How many times has someone told you something and you looked them dead in the face and thought to yourself, hey man, That's your fault. Without knowing them or their background or the situation that they were thrusted in. Many of people didn't get to live the lives they wanted because they were thrusted into other people's decisions. And you need to remember, when you have siblings and their lives bleed into your life to prevent you from living, or they make some bad ass decisions, so you have to be the man because of the men that they've chosen to have babies with who can't stay from behind the bars instead of looking for decent men, or instead of waiting to get their shit straight, get good jobs, and then get married and then live life. Nah, when people make decisions, they say, this is what I'm doing for you. This is what I have for you. Now I'm going to go fuck shit up, and then I'm going to dump that shit on your lap. That's pretty much my story in a nutshell. And it's like I was telling him. There's 7 of us, not counting my 2 brothers that my dad had with a different woman. But all the children that my mom has had, everyone under me has pretty much given me the finger on how I'm supposed to live my life while they're out living their lives. And instead of slowing down, stopping, and thinking, we probably shouldn't be doing this, boom, baby after baby after baby after baby. My oldest nephew is 27 years old, or at least 25, between 25 and 26. My youngest nephew is 1. I don't have children. I don't have a legacy. I talked with my bros about this weekend and how angry I am that when I die, there will be no one to carry on Echo Fangray Wolf's name, his legacy, or anything. I don't have a woman. I don't have a girlfriend. It's hard to go get a girlfriend when you're too busy taking care of everybody else's problems and you can't live your life because no one will let you live the life you want because everybody keeps getting in your way. And when those people are family, it's a very difficult track that you must make. And sometimes you just got to push the motherfuckers down some steps, which is what I'm starting to do because I'm done taking care of other people's lack of fucking responsibility. I have the right to live too, and something has just gone wrong with my camera. Now, I'm going to deal with that in a minute. Anyway, that being said, I am Echo Fangray Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.